The deep rumble of motorcycle engines rolled through the quiet streets of Ridgefield, a small town where nothing ever seemed to happen until that day. It was a bright afternoon when a little girl suddenly appeared, barefoot, trembling, and crying as she sprinted toward two men standing beside their bikes. Her tangled blonde hair caught the sunlight, and tears streaked her dirt-smudged face. Between gasps, she managed to cry out, "Please, my mom. Please save her." If you believe in kindness, courage, and second chances, take a moment to like, comment, share, and subscribe to Kindness Corner. Together, we can keep real stories of humanity alive in a world that needs them more than ever. Her name was Sophie, just 7 years old, but the fear in her eyes carried the weight of a lifetime. Behind her, two men were shouting at a woman beside a parked car, gripping her arm as she struggled to pull free. The woman, Clara, Sophie's mother, was terrified. Windows opened, people peeked out, but no one dared to step in. Sophie did the only thing her heart told her to do. She ran to the two men she had seen earlier, rough-looking bikers wearing black jackets with the red and white Hells Angels emblem. Most would have turned away, but something about them had felt different. The taller one, Cole Maddox, had given Sophie a small smile earlier that day when he'd picked up her fallen teddy bear at the diner. His hands were rough, his eyes tired, but kind. Once a soldier, now a man carrying scars you couldn't see. Beside him stood Ray Bear Holloway, broad-shouldered and quiet, with a scar tracing down his cheek, but a heart gentler than most. When Cole saw the scene behind Sophie, instinct took over. The soldier in him woke up. Without a word, he charged forward, his boots pounding the pavement. Ray followed, silent but fierce. The thugs turned too late. One sneered, ready to fight, but Cole's fist connected first, sending him crashing to the ground. The other tried to use Clara as a shield, but Ray's grip caught his wrist like iron. Within seconds, the chaos was over. The bullies lay defeated, and silence filled the street again, broken only by Sophie's muffled sobs as she ran to her mother's arms. Clara clung to her daughter, trembling. Cole took off his leather jacket and gently draped it over her shoulders. She couldn't find the words, only whispered, "Thank you," over and over. For the first time in years, Cole felt something inside him shift, something warm, something right. By the time the police arrived, the men were already groaning on the ground, and the bikers were quietly stepping away. Bystanders suddenly found their courage, pretending they'd seen it all. But Clara knew the truth. She called after them, but Cole and Ray didn't turn back. They didn't need applause. They weren't heroes. They were just two men trying to do one good thing in a world that often looked away. Sophie ran after them, tugging at Cole's vest. "You saved my mom," she whispered. "Can I say thank you?" Cole knelt down, his eyes meeting hers. He smiled, a real one this time. "You already did, kid," he said softly. That night, the sun dipped low over Ridgefield. Clara and Sophie sat in the diner, safe but shaken. Across the street, the bikers were ready to ride off. Clara approached them one last time, her eyes full of gratitude. "I don't know how to repay you," she said. Cole shrugged gently. "Some things don't need payment," he replied. "They just need doing." She smiled faintly. "Maybe people like you are why hope still exists." As the engines roared to life, Sophie's small voice echoed behind them, shouting goodbye with the pure faith of a child who believed in miracles again. Cole didn't look back, but his eyes shimmered in the fading sunlight. For years, he'd carried the weight of regret and loss. But that day, a frightened little girl helped him find something he thought he'd lost forever: purpose. In the days that followed, the story spread across Ridgefield. Reporters came looking, but no one ever found the mysterious bikers. They had vanished down the open road, leaving behind only a memory and Sophie's little stuffed bear, now resting on the family's kitchen shelf. Because sometimes kindness doesn't wear halos or wings. Sometimes it wears leather and rides a roaring motorcycle. If this story touched your heart or reminded you that goodness still exists in unexpected places, please take a second to like, share, and subscribe to Kindness Corner. Tell us in the comments, what would you have done if you were one of those bikers? Because sometimes one small act of courage can change a life forever.